Apparently I was talking to myself there, which is fantastic. We had a bit of a problem with the stream when I started it. It basically cut out. Anyway, back to the point. We are back up. We are running as far as I know. And we can take it from there. So what you're looking at here is basically the first level, okay? And we are changing this first thing to a minimap. And I'm not 100% sure yet if we're going to put a monster in here or any traps in here. This might just be a case of do a level that the player just orientates himself with what they've got to do. But in the short term, what we're going to have to do is basically delete our save game. We shall come back in again, except we're going to load up the main menu. Save is selected, and if there's anything you guys want to see or anything you're not sure of in Unreal Engine, pop it in the chat. We'll see if we can do something, as long as it's not going to take a full 5 hours or something. So let's have a look at what we got. So we can start the game. And off we go. And what we're going to do here is try and get a reasonable time and that is us back at the start. So we did 38 pickups. And so we'll see how long this takes us, and then we can take that as like an average. Or we can find out that things aren't quite right, which is good, because then we can put them right. So fundamentally there's something wrong over here somewhere. Right? So we're going to follow the path that we took. And here is the problem. Okay, so that is a turn, which is cool. Except the problem is, it's actually, it should be like so. And this is where things begin to slow down as far as development goes, because it's a lot of testing. We have most of our Okay, so we can save that. We can go back to our main menu and we shall try that again, I suppose. And we've got 2 mini-maps there. Okay. So we can either go straight ahead or and we just keep going here. So and we have another issue, which is fine. We just need to sort out these little issues as they pop up. Now, it was up there somewhere, but that is a minimap, but we just want it to be a speed. So we again have an issue here that we need to sort out. So let's see if we can find the problem. Yep, this is it here. And that is a turn, so it would appear to me that this is kind of the wrong way as well. So we just spin that 90 degrees, plop it back into place, and there we go. Well, make sure we've got everything selected there. Then we shall zoom in, make sure the rest of it is sorted. which I believe it is. Or maybe not. Maybe not. So we'll just run down here to make sure that everything's okay. There's no more. Right, so that's okay. And we just need to run around here, make sure this is okay. Which it looks like it is. And this is us back to the start. Right, so we know that's okay. So we can now save that and take it for there. Right, so now we should be able to finish this level. I'll take a drink of my juice. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, let's get on with this. Now the interesting thing is how long I've got it down for. Okay, so right, we're not going that way. But what we'll do now is we'll go back. Whoops, we've made a mess of that. Not even very good at my own game, to be honest, but we'll carry on. Okay, we've missed something here. Okay, I'm lost. Okay, we're not lost. $247. Well, that took me a bit longer than I thought. So that was about 4 minutes or something. Sorry if I'm not talking, guys, but I'm concentrating. We're missing 5. That's the start. Darn it. I don't know which way to go. Okay, so we go this way. $238, so it's 4 seconds faster, but that isn't exactly saying very much. Now, there's one thing I will say here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to exit this, right? And I'm going to go into the actual exit. Right, now I'm going to have to go into the pawn for that. Right, so if we go into Pawn Chronicles, right, and we're going to start end level sequence. Right, this is where we create our BP portal. Right, now we have a particle system here, Niagara particle system that is, and I want to make a change to that. Material teleportation. Okay, now what if I go to Pro? I don't think this is it actually. Nope. Right, what we want to do here is we want clear flat icons, textures. We'll go with 128 icon, and I'm pretty sure it's common, right? And here it's here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create that. Okay. And our material is going to be translucent. So we're going to pop the alpha into the opacity. Right. And save that. And then what we can do is go to here, P teleportation, okay? If we put that in there, and the question is this thing compiling? Okay, well, we'll go there, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to props, and we shall drop our thing here. And it is doing it, but the problem is that they're not big enough. Okay, and the other thing is that our material we really need a vector. Vector 3 should do it, and that's going to be 1.3.3. Okay, that's going to be 0, 0, then 0.74. And then we shall multiply that with that, and that with that. Save that. Okay, and the next thing we need to do is in our initialized particle, we really need it as a 5, so let's say 15. Right? And because we've done that, we can actually bring the spawn rate down. So we could actually probably bring it down to 500. Okay. And I'm thinking that could be good. Right, what we'll do is we shall bring it into the light a bit so that we can see it a bit better. Then we'll click off it. And yeah, we could even go a bit higher with the sizes. Right, so when we initialize, we could go with 10 and let's say 25. We could even bring the spawn rate down a bit yet, actually. Well, let's say 250. Yeah, that's looking good. Right, we can definitely live with that. So we'll click on that, remove it again. You can see it there. Right, that's given us a nice set of crosses basically. Right, so the next thing, before I move on guys, if there's anybody in the chat they want to see anything, if they're new to Unreal Engine, they've got any questions, let me know. I'll try my best to answer, as long as we've got a reasonable amount of time to do so. So don't ask me to write a game tonight. But if you've got individual questions on certain things, then yep, I'm prepared to have a go at answering them for you. Right, so the next thing I was wanting to have a look at is our traps. Okay, and if we have a look at the traps here, I don't know if I need any more done with that unless we're really polishing, right? Now that does stop if I do a simulation, right? You see it does stop and then start back up again. The only thing I really need to change in this is basically the, like this, I'm just using like a mirror, right? But we could have like a sort of better tube thing, or like a torus that's fixed into the wall with a black plane on it or something. I mean, we could do that just now actually. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. Is we'll go to the flames, we'll switch that off. Then what we'll do is we shall add a component of a cylinder right, and that's going to be there. So our cylinder, we just want like a black, right? So we'll just do black plane will do it. Okay, and we'll do one, and then we'll do 0.5. Okay, that's nearly getting there, and it's 0.1. In fact, it even needs to be smaller than that, I'd say, right? Wouldn't matter because this will be in the wall anyway, so we don't really need to worry too much about that. But ooh, that's not so good. So what we'll do is we'll say 0.55 and 0.55, and that looks good to me. And that covers up our oh, didn't want to do that. We wanted to do simulate. Right, so that's looking good. Yep, I think we'll take that. Right, so the next thing we want to do is we want to have a look at this, right? I want to have a look at this and see if there's right, so it's not doing anything there. And we're not doing that. I wonder. If I set that to 0, right? Yep, that's what we want. That's exactly what we want. Right, so what was happening there was, previously there was a slight up the way movement. I'll show you what I mean. Right, by putting this back. Right, so that's okay if it's going on the Z, right? But you'll notice they're going up, okay? At a slight up angle here, which is not what we wanted, right? So what I did there was I removed this separate set velocity, and then you'll notice now it's straight out, okay? Which is the effect I was looking for. All good. We're quite happy with that. So we shall save all that. And then what we'll do is we'll pop one of these in a level, right? And then we'll check how it's looking. Now the interesting thing as well is it lights up the outside, which is actually a decent effect, and not out of character with what we're actually doing. So I'm just going to actually call myself happy with that. Right, so if I do this one, right, and then this is a start point, right? So darn it, we can go back into here, flame trap, browse to it, minimize it, right, and then we can basically spin it to 90 degrees, then put it up, and we obviously don't want to do it. And it looks good. I might actually need to change the size of that. This cylinder. Right. So it looks to me like this cylinder's going to have to be made bigger. Otherwise the player might be able to go around it. Okay, so that's fine. We'll just go to here. We'll get our cylinder. That's bizarre. No, it's not that cylinder, it's a collision. Duh, what a bit of silly there. Right. And that's probably going to do us. Yep. So just to make sure everything is great, we'll do refresh all nodes, compile. And that should be fine. And if we press play, we can have a look and we can see if it's too high or not, which it is. And the flames are a bit low. Right, so what we want to do now is go to our flames, click on it, and move it up a tiny bit. Save that and try it again. Right now, the thing is here that our light is far too bright on this, so we're going to need to pull back our light renderer on how powerful it is. So we're going to say 1500 and 400. And that's probably not too bad. Probably needs to come down a little bit. So let's call that 1000. Save that and press play. Right, so that's looking not too bad. Okay, so with that guys, I'm going to take a quick break for a cigarette. I shall be back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. If you're enjoying the stream, hit like and subscribe. Check out the description for Discord, Patreon and my previous game on Steam. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Okay guys, we're back. It's a very quiet night indeed. Not much happening. Anyway, back to the point. So we have tidied up our fire trap and we're actually pretty happy with that now. So with that in mind, we can close that down. We can close our actual trap down. We've done this. We may need to, can I speak for a minute? We may change this around a little bit. Add in like, we could add a curve or something. But that's on the particle color. What I'd need to do is take this off and then make the actual particles different colors, you know. But yeah, we could do something with that. Anyway, we've still not managed to do a first level yet without mucking it up. Oh yeah, we did 242. No, 238. Right. So with that in mind, what we actually need to do is go to our detail levels, right, and we're going to add a couple anyway, and these are the time targets. So these are like basically ridiculous at the moment. Right, so if we go to 1, right, and this is the best, right, so we would say like 220, 240, 260, 280 and 300 to give us our seconds, and that would seem reasonable at this point. Okay, and our row names, we're going to say 4, I'm going to say 5, and then we're going to say 4. Okay, didn't like that. And we need to think of names for our levels. And yeah, but now we have a reasonable time system here. We should be able to actually unlock level 2 naturally in this case. Now what else are we going to work on? What do you guys in the chat think we should work on? Or is there something that you don't know how to do in Unreal Engine that I can maybe show you? Maybe. Right. I think what we do is we go to our to-do list. We have done a bit more with our gateway decor. We're still waiting on assets for that. New room parts we might not need. Teleporter frame rate, we're going to leave that as is. As far as this, what we probably need to do is level, what's the word I'm looking for here? Decoration. Right, and others, what we need to do is times for levels. Okay, and player animation done. Input buttons, we still need to do a bit of that. Right, Steam achievements we've done, but we can start thinking about stuff that's going to go in there. Not too sure about that. As I said, guys, if there's something you want to see me work on, then let me know. Oh, audio, monster screams, and lol messages. So it's basically wall messages, but audio recordings, and then we need to do attenuations. Okay. We need to set up the different attenuations for the different things, because some of them are far too loud at the moment, and they get far too much of a distance. What else do we need? New room parts, previous rating, that's done. Player animation, that's done to give me footsteps. Right, what else can we look at? Input buttons. This is one we need to test, right? So I'm going to definitely do this tonight or tomorrow, is to get out a controller and charge it up, and then test this with a controller, in which case then the input buttons are kind of going to be done, except for the likes of the stun and stuff. We'll need to decide which buttons we're doing for those things. Okay. Right, so that'll be standard times for levels. Okay. And we shall save that. Right. So what we actually need to do now is to start thinking about other traps, and if you've got any ideas in the chat, then it would be greatly appreciated. So it would be other traps, right? And the setup for all this. Now there's the thing. Right? Pawn. Back to Pawn Chronicle. Right, what I'm going to do here is, if you lose a life, you lose your stuns. Okay? I think that makes sense. So, we're going to do take damage. Right? And this is Lost Life Reset. So we'll go to Pawn Chronicles, Lost Life Reset. So we do that, all of that stuff. Right? and then we add stun count. Now, have we got a stun? So what I'm wondering here is stun count, find references, add stun item. Okay, so what does set stun item mean? That's count. So if we add it, okay, we display the widget. So basically this is the stun widget. Right, so that's doing that. Set stun, then display widget. Okay, so we set stun to 0. Okay, so in Pawn Chronicles, let's see our functions again. And it's lost life reset. Okay. And the next thing we do is we get our widget, get set stun, and that's going to be 0. Okay. So we save that. That's that done. So now we've reset the stuns, that you lose any stuns that you've got if you die. So that's done. And what we'll do in the meantime is we'll see life lost reset. Then we set this to black. It's easier to read, and that'll do. Okay, and this is play pain sound. Play pain SFX. And we can do that. We can do that with all of them, right? But that does the business for us at the moment. And with this we can do wood smash. Back to black. Okay, that. Go with 32. Here we go. See, that's going to be reset bonus counter. Black again. 32. Drag it up a shade. Not very exciting this, is it, guys? I'm afraid. So this is reset bonus timer. So we're going to go C. Reset bonus timer. Set that to black. 32. Drag it up a tad. Drag these up a tad. It's quite a small one. Drag these down a bit. Then what we'll do at this point is compile it, save all, as we gradually work our way through and comment this stuff. And one of the other things I actually want to do is, right, wood cues, and we're going to set this to audio. Okay, and we're going to set this to audio. And there's something tells me that this is not used. Right, so we can delete that. And current music mode. I can go into audio. Then we can basically close that down. Then these ones we can actually set these to pickups. Right, we're not using a gun offset. We can find the references, and I didn't think that were used. We need to find out what some of these actually are. Do we have, well, that's setting a widget, right? So we can't really do that. But these ones we certainly can. These are like speed bonus stuff. But anyway, I think we're going to call it there for the night. It's pretty quiet. I'll sit and do this. It's not exactly a very interesting thing to watch, and we shall call it there for the night. So thanks for watching, guys. Check out the description. If you like the stream, hit like and subscribe, all that good stuff. and I shall catch you later. Bye bye for now.